From the Vanguard K9 Training, and it's the official home of King Quattro.
Now you gotta already be ready. Sometimes you can't just have this stuff and pull it out. Normally I have on pockets on my pants. I mean, pockets all over my pants with food in it. Got on my good clothes today. Good. We got the kids coming. The kids hear dog barking, and you know they automatically want to engage friendship. So this is a really good thing. I see. Good boy. Good. That was a good obedience for me. Couché. Couché. Yes. Good boy. That was beautiful. I'll do it once or twice. Once your puppy is around 4 months old or 3.5 months old, you can begin to take him out to some of the places I talked about earlier, like the beach or the park, a friend's house, the store, car rides, etc. But that it is very imperative that you do follow the directions, as I stated in the earlier part of the introduction, is that, you know, socialization is letting the animals see people, places, and strange new things, but not necessarily coming in contact with the people and those things that surround him. You know, just seeing them and those people, he begins to create a picture in his head that, hey, they don't bring harm to me. You can even have a couple of people come and stand next to him 4 or 5 feet while you hold him in your arms. You can go in PetSmart when the puppy's very young. You can hold him in your arms and have people come up to him, not necessarily talk to him. I like to tell all of my clients and my pupils here at Vanguard, when we take a puppy out and I begin to work him, just ignore him, even if he runs off from me at the time, because very young animals don't always have the attention span that you want, and they hadn't become locked into the games of play and prey and looking at you as being the game player. So they will run off to new and strange things because they're being aloof, they're being inquisitive, they're being what would you call dogs that are saying, hey, I need to see what's going on, I'm an investigator, I'm going to investigate this. And so when they run up to you, or they run up to people that are standing around, at that time I will tell them just to ignore them. What that picture in that puppy's mind when he runs up to these new strange people and they don't give him eye contact or make any noises or move, he said, hey, the game's not fun there. Let me leave this person alone and go back to the game player, which is you. When you go into PetSmart and all these other places, you always tell people, look, you know, my dog is in training. And most of them will understand. You know, you can, you know, pet him on the back, but don't talk to him. A lot of people won't do exactly what you tell them to do. I've found that out, that they still would choose to say, oh, and rub him on the head, which I don't like. So I don't really allow people to pet the dog unless it's something that we have premeditated as far as we've talked about how we're going to do it. These are some of my training buddies. I tell them to walk up and just rub him on the back. So that's how we would socialize the dog, is having people just, you know, walk up to him and rub him on the back. I take him places he sees strange environments, animals. It's always on a leash. Never can run off. And I open the kennel. He knows to relax. Good boy! Good boy! Yes! Good boy! Yes! Kennel. Good. Kennel. Good. So, you learned that. Good. Bravo, Couché. That was good getting him to do an obedience command right here while he's on it. So you can walk around me one more time with the camera. Just walk around. Now he's looking at the cameraman. And he's definitely like, hey man, I gotta watch this camera person. And so he jumped out at the camera first, but he didn't bark. But now he's gonna fire up. Now his posture, I can grab him and put him on the cameraman just by grabbing him and touching him, because we have a certain posture of behavior when I grab his collar. That puts him on somebody. Good boy. See, I can put him on that person and I can say, okay, here, come on. Oh, and settle down. Okay, rest. Yes. Yes. Now walk over here and pet his back. Just walk up to him and just rub his back by holding him. Here. Rest. You can rub his back. Rest. All right. So he's not really wiry and crazy where you can't. He's at a point where you can't get anybody to touch him, but he's certainly on the edge where it could go any kind of way if somebody was to trigger him off. Okay, I just want to ask you, like, I see you have your thoroughbred,
he's a miniature pincer.
That's right. Okay.
Oh, you're good. Very good.
Yeah. And just want to get your opinion as far as your pros and cons, because we're talking about training protection dogs.
Okay.
And most protection dogs are also companion pets and can be that, but you know, it's totally a different picture that we paint when it comes to protection dogs. What is your pros and cons on having people pet your dog all the time? What are some of the things that you found positive about it and the negative things?
Okay. Well, I guess positive wise, I guess people who own pets, at least the ones that I run into a lot, who have especially small dogs, they tend to personalize their dogs almost like they're saying they're like children.
Right.
And so they said that the only way to socialize children is to have them be around other children. And so, of course, we always try to make sure they're used to adults and other kids. So that way we have them get used to being around different kinds of people. So one of the best things I've seen as far as have people pet the dog is that they recognize the fact that everybody who comes at them is not always a bad guy or a bad person. So, you know, let's say, for example, he broke free. And let's say he went about maybe 15 or 20 steps. And he stopped at somebody else's feet. He was a stranger. They don't even know him. But because they, you know, do the posture, they lean down, they speak to the dog, he stops. And I just tell him, hey, could you tell him to sit? And if he knows the command sit, he'll just sit.
Right.
So that's always a good thing there. Right. But probably the only thing that I would probably say is a con is the fact that everybody doesn't always treat their dogs the same way.
Right.
Some people might be more the authoritative kind where, you know, he will sit when I say sit and he will do what I say do. But everybody else is like, oh my God, he's so helpless, look at him, he's so small, how could you be so mean? And so it's like just that differences of what they see. That might send a confusing message.
Can't call back. You know, we use all the tools to proof the dog with these kind of dogs, and we certainly don't allow them to have freedom, because the more freedom you give a dog, the less control you have. Always have a line running tied up to the dog where he can run around. I can step on the line, grab the line at any time, or I have it in my hand. So we're gonna give this guy some more treats before we get out of this. Yeah, I see. Yes. I see. Yes. Trigger means he gets what he wants. So you saw him jump up. Good boy. Now we're gonna show him the down, because he already knows the down. He's gonna get large, good treats. Coucher. Yes. Good boy. Bravo, Coucher. Good boy. So now this is, I'm going to show you how I work on getting him to just focus on me. Now he sees the camera person, and the camera person is going to be a good distraction, and a good way I can show him what I have going on over here is more important. Like now you can walk over here, like walk around me, around this side, around the back, and I'm going to play with him. 9. Here. Now I just want to show you now. Now we can in training, you can use that for one or two things. You can teach your dog. It's cool for people. It's cool to bite if somebody get close, or you can stop him. You can stop the dog and say, "Hey, here, good, here, up, up." Or you can teach the dog to settle down when somebody's around. So he's already used to the game where anybody come close to dad, I'm going to bite him. You know, that's what it is. So our thing is, I'm not going to reprimand him or stop him.
From the Vanguard K9 Training, and it's the official home of King Quattro.